Today we will be working on Skills 1, page 1 and 2. We're going to review terms that we've used for our geometry lessons. First definition we're going to review is point is an exact location in space. It is drawn like that, just a dot. It is labeled A, so we can read it point A or we can write it as point A. The next one would be line. It's a straight path of points that continue without end in both directions. Remember, lines go without end to both directions. This line is labeled BC, so we can call it line BC or line CB. And we will write it line BC or line CB. A line segment is a part of a line, not that it does not go continuously in both directions. It has an end point and a start point. A line segment is a part of a line between two endpoints. So this one could be called line segment DE or line segment ED. Array. Array is a part of a line that has one endpoint and continues without end in one direction. So this is the endpoint and it goes that way in the right direction, going towards the right. Right, so this one we can only call it line ray FG because it's going this direction. We can now call it ray GF because the ray is going in this direction. So we will call it ray FG. We can write it ray FG. The other thing we have to review is types of lines. There are three types of lines that we've covered. Intersecting lines are lines in a plane that cross at exactly one point. Intersecting lines form four angles. This has four angles. Line HI intersect line JK at point X. They intersect at one point, so they intersect at point X. So it creates four angles: acute, obtuse, and obtuse angles. Parallel lines are lines in a plane that are always the same distance apart. Parallel lines never intersect. So parallel lines never intersect, and they have to be the same distance apart. If they are not the same distance apart, like those two lines right here that I'm drawing, they are not parallel line. Because even though they don't touch, they don't have the same distance apart. If I was to extend this line and extend that line, it would eventually intersect right about here. So these are not parallel lines. Parallel lines are the same distance apart and they never intersect. Perpendicular lines are lines in a plane that intersect to form four right angles. So they have to have four right angles. They have to make right angles. So perpendicular lines make right angles. Sometimes we'll see them that way. Sometimes we might see them this way, like in a square. That's perpendicular lines right here because they form a right angle. So perpendicular lines form a right angle. Intersecting lines are lines that cross and form four angles, not necessarily right angles. Perpendicular lines intersect and they form right angles. This one's particular about the angles they create. So this creates four right angles. Right, types of angles. A right angle is an angle that measures 90 degrees. The square marker shows a right angle forms a square corner. So this little square marker shows that it's a right angle. It makes a squared corner. Acute angles are angles that measure less than 90 degrees. And obtuse angles are angles that measure greater than 90 degrees. We can use a sticky note or an index card or anything with a corner to see if the angles are right angle, acute angle, or obtuse angle. So if they fit perfectly on that squared corner, then this is a right angle. If the angle is inside that index card, we can see that that line is going this way. It's inside the index card. That means it's less than 90 degrees. So we know this is an acute angle. If the angle is outside the index card, So this line at the bottom matches right here, matches that edge, but this one does not go with this edge. It goes outside the index card. Then we know that it's an obtuse angle because it is greater than this 90 degrees right here. So that would be an obtuse. If it goes inside the index card or the sticky note, like it did here, then we know that's an acute angle. If it's perfect with the sticky note or the index card, then we know that is a right angle. All right, so let's go to skills 1, page 1. It says draw a line that is parallel to the lines shown. There's a clue here. Clue, parallel lines never meet or intersect. So we have to make a parallel line. Remember, parallel lines are lines that never meet or intersect. And they have to be the same distance apart. So parallel line will look like that. Lines that never meet and they're the same distance apart. All right, now you finish number 2, number 3, number 4, 5, and 6 on page 2.